There we go. Is my other one on? Okay. Turn that down for me. Okay. I don't know why it wasn't going. Only a minute late, though. It's all good. Let's get this show on the road. Turn my light. Cool. Doesn't quite blow out everything. Hope the sound's okay. This is gonna be a long one. Additionally, we may skip around. Mostly because... reasons. For raisins. How's everybody's week been going? I spent the entire time today, almost the entire time. Let me move the mic a little closer there. Thank you, Decon. Unloading a curio cabinet that we owned. Because it's going to my sister because our new one is shipping. It should be here within the next couple days, so yay. But also my back is exhausted. Had to throw out a lot of stuff. We had filters and manuals for, like, dog bowls that we don't even have anymore. Like, seriously. Like, 3 back. I think we've had like a total of like 4 over the years. Till we got the current one. We've had good ones. Like, we had a really good one, but then they stopped making... They stopped support for it. You know, like a live service game. And... then we had to switch, and it sucks, because we had to go through like 3 before we found the one that we have, and it's not that great. It's okay. No, we may need it later. Does not need it later, Curse. No, for real? I had to throw out a whole bunch of stuff for Easter. I had like Easter tablets for like dyeing eggs. Up the wazoo. I'm just checking how I draw Techie's eyes. My eye key off to my side that you can't see. I mean, you don't necessarily want to get rid of, you know, your manuals if you don't have to. In case something goes foobar. But, I mean, if you don't even have the damn things anymore, what's the point? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Anyway. Hi. How's everything going? It's been a thing. Took a break. Husband's on vacation till Monday or Tuesday, I can't remember. Drove 200 miles over the last couple days. Great. Am I tired? Yeah, I'm tired. I'm very tired. I went to San Francisco and I went to Monterey, both of which are like 50 miles away. Monterey, at least where I was going near the Monterey area, was like not that far out. It's like 40 miles versus 50, but you know, round trip. You know? Driving is a lot. Back stiff and achy tonight. Really not what you need when you got an hour and a half drive to a social evening tomorrow. Oh, that's it? Only an hour and a half? Because, you know, we're freaks over here where, you know, we drive a lot. Lamau. I'm used to doing all the big long driving, so I guess maybe that's why I don't care really. It doesn't really matter to me. I've been a commuter all my life. You know, because my mom, when they moved out of the Bay Area, moved out to like what do you call it? Like 209 Stockton, Manteca. And that's like 2 hours now. Especially if you account for traffic. If it weren't for your back. Yeah, that's true. That is true. But I forget, for some people, driving an hour and a half is a big ask for some. I forget. And it's there's nothing wrong with that. It really ought to be a big ask. It's just not for me. I'm used to that. Getting confused from all my shadows I had to draw in. It's fine. Or sketch it. Doesn't really matter. Might have to do a quick stretch break because I have been sitting at the desk for quite a few hours when I wasn't doing the curio cabin. I need to get more tea. I'm not loose tonight. Brits depend on. I feel like it is, and it isn't for Brits. Depends on who you ask, or I guess the context. That makes sense. I know it is for some people that the traveling is a big ask. For my husband, some of it is. That's why I do the driving. He is not a long distance driver, and I don't blame him. He didn't have to do it like I did. Every day, middle school, traveling out to Manteca. That was a long commute. It's not a commute I wish on anybody. Actually, give me a sec. I'm gonna go refill my bottle. You can enjoy the music. I will be RB. Hopefully it won't be too long. Okay, sorry. Had to get that. Had to put something else away. Alright. Where is the... Why aren't my headphones working for a sec? Okay. Anyway. I'm gonna pretend that didn't happen. So. I have no plans for this other than low lighting like I did with the... Hold on a sec. I did something similar. What year was this? 2021. We're going for something like this. For, what prompt is this? It's for tomorrow. Today was Alien. We're on Keep an Eye Peeled. It's a surveillance room with two of the most paranoid boys over at the anything store. I should have been doing this more like a... That's fine. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, it's gonna be dark anyway. As I like to say. Hide the mistakes. I'm off. Just a smidge. There we go. Have it kind of curved slightly like a fisheye. Whether that's successful or not remains to be seen. Anyway. I guess when you don't sleep, you don't get as bored. I know I would be if I had to watch frickin' cameras for most of the day. I suspect he wouldn't be doing it all the time, though, maybe? I don't know. Maybe he would. I should know. I made him up. The amount of flipping through sketchbooks off to the side. You can't see it, but there's a lot. A round face. Sort of a round, stocky dude. His characters are a mystery even to us. You know, for real. Absolutely. What goes on in their heads? We should know. We don't. We actually don't. None of us do. I suppose that's okay, though. I don't draw you all that often. Making up hairstyles is probably the hardest thing to do. I feel like I've run out of hairstyles. Male and female. I've never been good at coming up with guises. Hairstyles. I'm not even all that great at girls. suppose it is something that must happen, though. Let's see. Alright. Don't want to draw over the, pencil. Kind of just stains it. You can't erase it out once it's down. At least that's what I've noticed with these. Little windows. What should the last one be? Yellow? Should we make a yellow window? Let's make a little yellow one. When you have enough characters. Yeah, and, you know, with all the ones I've ever created over the entire course of my life, it is hard to kind of keep it straight. You there. Whoosh. My lines are nice and messy tonight. I kind of like it. I kind of like having this sketchier style these days. What does the rest of July look like for everybody? I've got a con at the end of the month, which is unexpected. In all the years I've been going lately, I used to go to a lot when I was younger. But then there used to be a lot of really local, cheap ones. God, here's a deep cut. Remember when one of Fanime spin-offs was YoWiCon? It was. I went to the first few years of YoWiCon. Hot Yaoi Nights. Before Yaoi Bingo, there was Yaoi Auction. Bishi Auction. You could not get away with that these days. And, you know, rightly so. Auctioning off people, no. That ain't the deal, Chief, but we were young and we were stupid back then. I didn't really care much for it myself when it was happening. But yeah, there was the Bishi auction. That was a thing that existed. I'm not saying all of YoWiCon was great. Some of it was great. You know, like 80% of it was cool. I was underage drinking at the time. I do not endorse underage drinking. In fact, I think underage drinking sucks because nobody ever brings the good stuff. Also, underage drinking is wrong. Let's keep it on the TOS, right? No underage drinking. Do not underage drink. Bad. Very bad. But it happens. And it shouldn't. Oh, I forgot to finish the shoot. That's fine. But it was nice to be able to get all your dojin all in one place. Your Yaoi dojin, your Yuri dojin, hentai dojin. Do I have hentai dojin? I might. I never claimed I was an all-ages streamer. I never claimed I was a good streamer. But, yeah, I was reminiscing about some of the old cons. There was another one. They had it at Santa Clara University for a couple years. It was super small. They didn't even have an artist alley. That's how small it was. Everybody kind of just lined up in the hall with their boots on tables. Back when you could do that. Like, tiny-ass cons. Those were fun. You wouldn't get, like, crazy guests. Although, that year they had... And the reason why I went to this con is they had the voice actor for... Loki. From Matante Loki? What was her name? She's done a lot of other things, but that's what I knew her for, because that was just coming out. That anime was just coming out back then. A long time ago. I met her. I gave her my Loki doll. That was really nice. She's really nice. Skin tone key. Where are you, Tech? You're a cotton pearl? Oh, you were one of the ones I have to fucking... One of the ones I'm gonna have to replace. How's your other eye? How is your good eye? Blue? Yeah. Light blue? I can't tell from here. It's fine. I hate it when my headphones do that. Down. 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 I get that. What's the point of having a volume slider if it doesn't work? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put you down here. I cannot. No. Is there no volume control on Bandcamp? Help me. Help me, Decon. You're my only hope. Doesn't look like there's a volume slider anywhere. Cry.
You know what?
That's fine. That's fine. I'll just put it off to the side.
And I will just drive.
There is no volume control on Bandcamp. Thank you. That's great. Bandcamp. Could you get on that? That would be wonderful. Wunderbar even. Just a thought. It's fine. Rip Ed Wood, you would have loved Minecraft. Actually, no, I lied. Rip Ed Wood, you would have loved Dress to Impress. Honestly. If we gotta be super accurate, he would have loved Dress to Impress. It's tied to whatever volume on the internet browser you're viewing on. Nice. And that it isn't. I'm not asking for much. I'm just asking for accessibility in ways that matter. But what do I know? I'm just an old fart that didn't, you know, grew up on dial-up. Anyway, I think next week we're gonna go back to Monster Hunter for a week. We're gonna do some festival shit. Festival of Accord, the Summerfest, is up and running. Kind of excited. Mostly because it's been a while. Guess I'm feeling kind of the itch. I wouldn't say that I'm completely feeling the itch, but feeling an itch to beat down monsters. Put on cool clothes. You know, the usual. The usual. Fashion hunter. Then after that, a little Outfit August. Maybe we'll do 2 streams of Outfit August. And then maybe late September. Spooky games. What do you guys think? Get back. Actually, September is going to be the streamiversary. It will be 3 years. I'm going to do a special little stream. We're going to go over the games I've played. Talk about what I loved about them. And caveat, we're only talking about games that I liked. If I played a game that I did not like, we will not be talking about it. So for sure, a game that is going to be on that list is Monster Hunter World. We will not be talking about Monster Hunter World. Definitely need to replace this. I might have to go tomorrow. I just need you to persist to color this. That's all I'm asking, marker. I don't want to have to get up to go get the rubbing alcohol, because I don't think it's going to work. Keep out the little blotchiness. A little is okay. Yeah, you were definitely... You can kind of see how it's... Well, it was. When it goes pale, that's when you know it's out of ink. Put you back over there so we can just keep this clean, because I have my full keyboard out, which means I have even less room to move. Awful horror game we did with the Broken Tower of Hanoi puzzle that needs to be skipped over. Yeah, oh yeah, Tentron. Yeah, we're not doing that one. We are definitely not talking about that game. It's no longer even on my VODs list. I took it off my VODs. That's how displeased I was with it. Fine. That was before I understood what a asset flip was. Hey, we're allowed to learn from our mistakes, aren't we, chat? We're totally allowed to do that. Dark Queen of Morthholm is probably not going to be chatted about. We're not gonna do Dark Queen of Morthholm. I've had time to kind of think about it, and my conclusion is I actually did hate the game, and the reason is that you cannot ignore bad game mechanics and bad controls and say it's an anti-games and it's on purpose. Then don't be a video game. Be a fucking dating sim. Because there's nothing wrong with a dating sim. You know what I mean? Or a visual novel. It literally does come down to, I don't like the fact that your controls sucked. And you can't tie an ending, like a really good ending, to the fact that you have to be really good at a game that has really shitty controls. So, it had a good story. In the end, it was pretentious AF. Dark Queen of Morthholm will not be on the review list. I was not happy with it. And that's okay. I'd say it's not for everybody, but I'd say it's not for most people who want a video game. Don't denigrate, don't pretend that, like, being a video game is a bad thing. Like, if you can't program a good video game, just find somebody who can program you a decent combat engine. Or don't, you know, make one of the lore endings dependent on having to be really good at the game. I guess that's about all I need to say about it. Other than that, I think we're going to talk about pretty much everything else. There's probably a couple that a lot of you guys probably forgot. I'm just adding the highlights. Not that I probably need to. Other than that, yeah, well, we'll talk about a bunch of other games. Definitely want to talk about... We'll definitely talk about Monster Hunter Rise. Since seeing as how we spent quite a few hours together on Monster Hunter Rise. Quite a few hours. I'd be more forgiving if it didn't label itself as an anti-game, least of all because it's really not the dictionary definition-wise. Sure, the controls can be a big pants, but there's, like, gameplay mechanics and tech. It's literally a game. Don't make a game and then call it an anti-game. So you don't get... And you're only doing that because so you don't get called on the fact that your game has shitty controls. Right? I know that's what they meant. No. What they meant is they literally didn't have good controls and they didn't want people to, like, ding their game for it. And that's cowardice. If you're supposed to be a raid boss, why isn't it easy to be a raid boss? You know? Because that's what you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be kind of like a raid boss. You're the final boss. It should control better. Elden Ring has better controls than that. But then, you know, I love FromSoft games, you know? And we're gonna talk about the game that I never got back to because I'd have to, like, hook up the PlayStation again to a capture card instead of doing it raw like we did last time for Bloodborne. I love Bloodborne. I suck at it, and I love it. It's a game that I love, even though I suck balls at it. And I'm okay to suck balls at a game. I'm alright with sucking balls at that game because it's a FromSoft game. Well, we can talk about games that I'd like to do. I know I still owe you guys Fallout. I think I've got the mods going. I think I got the mod up and running. So I can have... Nick Valentine as my companion, because he's awesome. And dog meat, and not have to choose, because dog meat is good boy. Dog meat is forever good boy. So I owe people that. I owe you guys that. I bought the Monos game a while ago. I owe you guys a Monos game. Crap. Hold on. Either that is dishonest. They think that playing as a boss and fighting the hero is enough to qualify as an anti-game, which is dumb. I mean, tell me you don't know how to program a combat engine by, you know, without telling me you don't know how to program a combat engine, right? Like, you know me, I have no issue with art games or weird games, medium bending games, or some pretentious ones. It's just like, don't sell us what literally isn't. You're gonna be pretentious, be honest, and say what it is what you're saying. In a somewhat country tradition. No, that's exactly what I'm saying. You can't have an anti-game, but it's on itch.io. It's a game. If you wanted to, if you could not get that programming done, that's fine. do it as a visual novel. There's nothing wrong with a visual novel. I don't... Why is there such a stigma on visual novels? There shouldn't be. There shouldn't be a stigma on dating games. You guys were totally okay with Baldur's Gate being basically, you know, a sex sim. I know I'm boiling it down, but, you know, I am bitter that it stole Game of the Year from Final Fantasy XVI. A game that allows you to have sex with anybody. Well, almost anybody. Over, like, really good geopolitics. And a guy just wanting to, you know, avenge his brother. I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter at all. It's fine. I think Ben had the last laugh. Look at all the things he's doing. I mean, he accepted the award for Balatro. That was kind of cool. He's a door and date everything. Yeah, like, you know, that kind of comes full circle. Now he's in a dating sim. And he's cool for it. I like his character. His character looks hot. His character's name is Dorian. He's a door. 10 out of 10 recommend that. But also because it knows what it is, you know? It is what it is. I love dating sims. I love adult games. But just be who you are. It's the response. People pretend that they're better than it. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So anyway, yeah, Dark Queen of Morthalm is not... And it's not a cozy game. I saw it on, like, one of those, like, cozy game, like... suggestion, like, accounts, and I was like, it's not a cozy game. It's really not. It was one of the reasons why I stopped following that account. You lied to me. It was not a cozy game. It was overbearing. There shouldn't be a thing against visual novels or dating sims as concepts. But there is, for some reason, the hashtag the West. Can you tell you why? Only to point out that the ones that never take off, the ones that ever take off the subversive ones. Don't have a problem with it. Just it's sad that's all that takes off. Yeah. Honestly, I don't like the intent of Doki Doki Literature Club, and I'm glad it kind of became its own thing. Like, people took out of it more than the original creator, like, put in. Because people saw value in something that he was trying to make fun of, which I didn't like. I never liked that. What happened to that other game you were teasing in that ARG with all the stuff that you put in the game, huh? Whatever happened to that game? Too busy trying to hack a Nintendo game to be what you want because you didn't like how Smash Brawl came out? As you can tell, I don't have a high opinion of that dev. I make no bones about it. I never did, though. Don't get me started on that cozy game BS. I mean, I like cozy games. And for the most part, things are marketed as properly. I think we should be giving more credit to, like, dating sims. And the reason is because they're really a low barrier to entry. Like, learning Ren'Py, I heard, is not that hard. I think it's called Ren'Py, because the Pi part stands for Python, because it's like a form of Python. Like, that in indie horror games, yeah, you're gonna get a lot that aren't, like, that great, or lower effort, but, like, there's a lot of people who get into indie horror because it's a lower bar of entry. Like, horror as a genre, right? This is why I like horror. It's a lower barrier for entry, and I don't say that as a derogative. I find that really good. It's great for people to, like, tell these really crazy stories through horror. You know, analog horror, indie horror. I think it's great. I think we should have a lot of people throwing spaghetti at the walls until a lot of things stick. I'm alright with that. You know, as long as you know who you are. You don't try to make bones and step over other people. I appreciate indie horror. I like indie horror. I like it when people are like, wow, that concept is really cool. Let me try it. Right? Like, instead of, like, saying only one person gets to do this because they're the only ones who got it right the first time, we should be like, oh, someone else is trying it too. That's neat. We should be supporting each other instead of, like, locking everybody out. I don't know. There is some things to be said for certain kinds of gatekeeping, but I don't think we should be gatekeeping that. I think you should let just people just do it. Just do things. You know? Just do the thing. It's fun. Somebody else did the thing, and you're like, cool, I want to try to do the thing, because it looks cool, and I like the cool thing. Do the cool thing. Do the cool thing! Do the cool thing, kids. That's all I care about. Maybe one of those things that you did makes something else really, like, really super cool. I don't know. Just do the thing. Do the thing. Be the cool. That's how I feel. It's fair that every subversive dating sim has to walk in the shadow of hateful boyfriend. I mean, I don't really think that game is really all that subversive. Really, it's just the boyfriends look like birds. The story was pretty good. It was weird. Is it a trick you can only do a few times? Maybe. Depends. I mean, I think people should keep trying a trick until you don't want to. I mean, what is a more subversive dating sim? Hatoful boyfriend or Doki Doki? Because if you ask me, I think the more, you know, subversive dating sim at that point is Ao Oni. For the record, that was a joke. For the record, that was I was being silly. My favorite dating sim is Higurashi. They're gonna take away my streaming license. I mean, it is, but it isn't, but mostly it isn't outside the bird JPEGs. You know, I mean, that's a crazy story. Hatoful Boyfriend is a crazy-ass story. I appreciate it for what it is. Surf Arts being a good game by being bad. Yeah, but I mean, like, you need it. You need an Ao Oni. Just like you need a corpse party. Not everything can be Ebe. Not everything can be off. Not everything can be Yumeniki. You need them. Because it's gonna fill some sort of a niche. Not every one of them's gonna be a cave story. Not every one of them's gonna be a Deltarune. You know? They exist out there and some people take a lot out of it in a good way. I'm not gonna stop somebody from enjoying that. And honestly, you know, if we're gonna talk about bad, I think Ao Oni is still mechanically better than Dark Queen of Morthal. And it always will be. That's not a controversial thing to say, I don't think. But I mean, like, you don't play dating sims or visual novels the same way I do, Decon, so I can understand. They come from you're coming from a different angle. It's not your usual... It's not your usual... Like, I like visual novels. I like cheap ones. I like really cheap visual novels, like really short ones. Because, you know, I don't got a billion hours of the day. Which is fine. I mean, I have more hours in the day than the husband does. And then Capcom has to have it because Monster Hunter. Sigh. If they're really gonna go back and, like, make it so we don't have to, like... have limited time event quests, that would be wonderful. I heard they're talking about it. You brought back underwater swimming, not happy, but if you're gonna bring back, you know, limited time, you're gonna take that away, that, I guess I can deal with that. It's fine with me, I suppose, Capcom. It's fine with me. To be fair, Aooni has an edge of titular Aooni being very funny looking. Love that guy. Cons, it's Aooni. Pros, it has Aooni. Is what I'm hearing. Like, I am not the hugest, like, Deltarune. What was the other game? Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Like, I didn't play it. I think the game is great. It's just not for me. It's great, though. I'm not gonna play it, but it's great. I think the mechanics on it are really cool. It's a good job. It's very nice. It created a Tumblr sexy man that doesn't conventionally look like a Tumblr sexy man. That alone right there is pretty interesting by my metrics. You know? That's cool. It's not for me and it doesn't have to be for me. It's gotta be for someone else. And I want it to be for somebody else. Because it's special to somebody. And being special to somebody is more important than it catering to me. I think that's a more healthier way to think about video games. Though I will comically rage at things that, you know, the Monster Hunter dev team does to me. Because I'm an insect glaive and they apparently hate me. For the record, that is a joke. Because I use a greatsword, and they're always good to the greatswords. Always good to the greatswords. You know why? Because the game was made for a greatsword. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I never decided what color your freaking jumpsuit is. Whoops. I think green. You look good in green. Dark green? Olive green? Military green? That's not dark enough. I need something darker. More. Olive? That looks like these look like the same color! Oh, they are essentially almost the same color. Gosh darn it. Copic! Oh, there we go. Olive. Yeah, olive is dark enough. That's what I want. Avant and quit my site. That's how you look at it. Something that comes up a lot in my main niche of arcade games that filter me is because they're on the masochistic level of hard and I have my thoughts, but I know those games exist for a niche that wants them, and I respect that. Yeah! Some people want to be bent over and spanked by FromSoft, and that's fine. I love watching people get bent over and spanked by FromSoft. Myself included. I like being spanked. I don't mind. I need to play Armored Core. Would you guys like to watch me play Armored Core? Armored Core? Armored Core! I love Armored Core. I love Armored Core because those pilots are hot and I can't even see them. That's the power of voice acting. You've developed a good sense of knowing when a game is good and when just bad. I mean, sure. I don't, and you know, that's fine. There's also this whole thing of like, I really like certain kinds of games and I'll be like, oh, is this game like this other game? I'll give it a chance. Like, I gave the Vietnamese horror game a chance because I was just like, oh, I saw my sister playing it. And I was like, oh, it's kind of like Devotion. And I love Devotion. Fucking Devotion's like in my top 3 games of all time. It was a pale parody of Devotion. A pale imitation of all that I ever loved. But will I sit down and try every single one of those games? Yeah, I'll try them. How will I know if they're good or not unless I try them, right? And obviously I can't listen to other people because other people fucking lie. We gotta get back to, 9 Souls. I have it. I got my big box set. I can show you all the cool goodies I got. They're very cool goodies. I got a gigantic art book out of it. Sick. And I suck at that game, and that's okay. I guess there's nothing wrong, you know, a lot of, I guess, people think that they have to be, like, super good at a game. And I think, you know, Max was saying in one of his recent videos is that, you know, it's okay to not get good. You can, you know, watch the progression of getting good as you play it more. That's a good way to think about it, right? I am terrible at 9 Souls, but, like, imagine if, like, I could get better while you guys are there. That would be cool, right? I think that'd be neat. So I do have to get back to that. Mostly because it's a gorgeous looking game and I think it honestly needs more accolades. Are you trying out? Oh, you look fine. Why are you acting like you don't have ink? I would love him to see me. Armored Core Ravens Rise Up. Do we do it for the Coralussi? Or do we only do the one ending and never touch the other one? That's what my husband says he can't do the other endings because he's like, I can't do that to Ire. And I was like, I get it, but like other endings? Becoming one with the coral? Right? Alright, there's gotta be another set. No? Okay, I see a C9, but I need a W9. There is no W9. Okay, I need more W9. Great. You go here. Hey, your buddy's 05 Pro is an incredibly talented arcade gamer. High score runs, 1cc levels of good at a lot of really difficult games. He had a lot of back and forth about being okay not the best, I can read, at games, about credit feeding your way through arcade machines, being a valid way to play through a game. Yeah, if you feel, yeah. How you enjoy a game is how you enjoy it. But bonking my head against a wall 50 billion times, I can understand, that gets boring. It's fine. So, you know, I do recognize I should be, you know, at least a little good at what I'm doing, so it's not boring for you guys. So it's something to keep in mind. At least for me to keep in mind. I know I would get bored watching my head get bonked against something over and over again. After a while. But that's okay. It just means I have to practice to get better. There we go. Finally, my greens are in the right place. I was not being good to myself, putting them in the wrong spot. Yeah, sure, why not? I don't think I'll ever play fighting games on here, because I really suck at fighting games. But, it's not as if I have the kind of audience that would want to watch me play fighting games. I don't know. That it seems like something that maybe would be a little bit outside of my wheelhouse. Outside of my purview, as it were. Which is fine. Every day, inch closer to somebody saying, you're gonna play TF2 eventually, right? Yeah, eventually. I don't know, it's been 17 years. I don't think it's going anywhere, guys. I don't have to definitely do it, like, right away. I have no aim, it's why... Splatoon. I might do Splatoon Raiders on stream. Because it'll be single player. And we'll be doing that. Probably not when it comes out. Well, more than likely not when it comes out. probably way after it's been out and all the spoilers have happened. I might do Splatoon Raiders. Which I think would be interesting. I grabbed the wrong one. That's fine. I think it'd be cool, because I don't think I've ever played Splatoon live. I was on it with other friends, and that's why we don't play anymore, apparently. I'm bitter. I'm bitter because I was never told face to face. But it's fine. Also, I think another reason why I would not like multiplayer Splatoon is because I play docked and I play handheld and I can't play any other way. Because I fine-tune all of my aiming via using the motion controls. I rely on motion controls. I can't play any other way. Motion controls are my crutch. I'd like to do more Animal Crossing. It's been a while since I've touched Animal Crossing. For good reason, because my dock doesn't work. Or my Switch won't dock. It is a problem with my Switch. It is not the docks. It's the Switch. But I have an older Switch, and it is fairly likely within the next 18 months I will get a Switch too. So, you know, I'm not in a rush for that. You still watch. Fun to watch, but you get it. You wouldn't say no to me doing side order runs on stream. That I could be convinced to do, because I can do side order with a controller. I have done it, because I used to play it on the television. I would not be opposed to doing side order tower runs, just, you know, for the fuck of it. Because tower runs are fun. I would consider that. I'd have to, like, see if we can get everything kind of, like, fucking up and running. The problem is getting it up and running. Which is, you know, with the Switch situation that I have, would be difficult, but, you know, it doesn't mean we won't try. I mean, I love Splatoon. Oh, did we lose? We lost, right? Fry swept, which is good because fucking Fry needs fucking... We were team... whatever Shiver was. Team Fly? Team Land. No. We were Team Land, weren't we? And Fry was Team C? She won, I think. Good for her! I was really happy to see that. I was happy to see that them come together and fucking stomp. We came in second. Okay. Oh, good for the sweep for Fry. Was it like... Did she sweep the turf? Was it turf sweep? So it was pro, open, and try? Which would make sense. Good for her, you know? I stopped being on her team because everybody who joined the team, you know, fucking balls-ass abandoned me. So, you know, I got bitter. But good for her. I'm glad. You Fry enjoyers deserved it. And I'm not being sarcastic. Y'all need wins, dude. I just went with Shiver because color was nice. I just went with whatever Decon wanted to do that year, because we always do what I want to do. It's about time we did what he wanted to do, you know? You think C swept everything except one category. I'm inclined to believe if the one category it didn't snag would have been popularity, because I'm pretty sure one of the other ones. I'll have to look. I have to check. Things got busy. As I knew they would. Alright, let's just start blocking in the dark shit. Oh, I guess I should put these away. Avant and quit my site! To be fair, a lot of the time, lines up with the team, what I want to do lines up with the team you would have picked. Yeah, consider the theme and go with where your heart lies. Yeah. And in the small situations where it literally doesn't really matter, I go by color. And if I literally don't care about color, that's when I ask somebody else. Sometimes I just want to be the pretty color.
Which makes me anxious. At times unbearably so.
Blue was pretty, though. The blue was pretty this year. If I remember correctly, she's usually blue, and we were, like, the first summer nights was amusement park, and it didn't win. I don't even think it came in second, so, you know, I'll just pretend that was, you know, it was, an apology for us not winning the last time. So, it was fun. I did have some good matches. I just lining up everything and then holy shit, you know. JulEYE is busy. JulEYE is freaking busy and that ain't fair. You know, I'm glad I don't do art fight because this would not be happening. I have an opinion, I'll stick to my guns, whatever it is. If I don't, I'll just go where my most friends are going. Yeah. I had some great matches with Choco. I was starting to download complete some of the stages. Unfortunately, our asshole build did not go the way I thought it would. Mostly because, I think you need 3 people. Just the way the turnover is with the arrow spray. You cannot build meter for the next turnover until the screen is gone. Which does kind of put a hitch in things. I like the fact that it is balanced like that. That's good. That's really good. I appreciate a balance that, does that. I wouldn't want something to be completely broken, which, you know, I appreciate them trying not to make builds that are completely bass-ackwards broken. It's a fun kit. The arrow spray with the color screen plus burst bombs. It's kind of disgusting. Asshole build was not as asshole as expected. But it would have been really funny. No, me and Choco did it for the bit, and we did enjoy our time. But I think with just our play styles, we needed to. It requires, if you're only doing a pair, that requires a lot of like planning. Like you and your friend need to know all the ins and outs of what you're doing, where you're doing it, how you're gonna rotate, where you're gonna put it, when you're gonna put it, which was a lot of our problems. We didn't know when we weren't efficiently planning the color screen stacks. Mostly because I don't use color screen all that much, so I wouldn't know. It was fun though. It is a fun asshole build. Honestly. 10 out of 10 would recommend. That new arrow spray, color arrow spray, I think is what it is. Do recommend. I do recommend it. Possibly you might want to, like, drop in some chunks for faster special build-up? Maybe? I feel that you're always not good at that. Yeah, I mean, honestly, having 2 Booyah Bombs at and at least one of your people deploying Booyah Bombs is a Aerospray RG, the gold arrow spray. That's pretty good. That's a good thing to do. Because the turnover for that is nuts. And the only reason why I don't generally use the arrow spray when I have to be a little bit more aggressive, or I have to be a little bit more conservative, not aggressive. It's easy to be aggressive with it. Is its killing power is kind of bad because its scatter is kind of bad. The shots scatter intensely. Which is a problem. Which is fine, you know? It's a fun kit. I can imagine a nightmare of having that arrow spray plus gold arrow spray plus my Hydra. That's a screen and 2 booyahs plus the long range from the Hydra. Just sounds like a bad time for other people all around, which is, you know, what I'm all about if you're pinching me, you know? That's just my personal thoughts on that. It's a fun weapon, though. I do like it. I think I prefer the gold, though. I really like Booyah Bomb, you know? I just really like Booyah Bomb. I mean, how could you not? How could you not like Spirit Bombs? If you don't like Spirit Bomb... I've seen people who, like, do it and then they don't Booyah back for their, like, companions. It's just like, Booyah back! It goes out faster! Booyah back! If you're not gonna Booyah at the beginning, Booyah at, like, fucking Booyah Bomb, please. Please! My thumbs... I'm old. My thumbs aren't that good anymore, you know? That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Have mercy. I'm old. You do try to coordinate, but also we voice chat, so we talk to each other. You have one ink cell and it wind's blowing the breeze. I would like, you know, if there are people out there who are like Hydra mains, tips for Flounder Heights, please. That map busts my chops every single fucking time. Help. You know? Help me. Help me. Help me. Help me, Will Robinson. You're my only hope. What do I do there? Where do I go? You know? Where's a good place to perch? Where are bad places to perch? I don't know. I never liked Flounder. It was miserable as a roller. That's how far back I go. Tips for Urchin! Holy shit! What do I go for Urchin, guys? I never did Urchin all that much. Desmond in the knees screaming, you literally cannot move from spawn until you Booyah back, opposed to just stand there the whole match instead of do it. I mean, yeah. Booyah back, please. My poor thumbs. Well, thank you. I protect, I attack, but most of all, I Booyah back. Please Booyah back. Please Booyah back. That's all I'm asking. Like, if someone else is doing it, like, I will try and do it. The only time I can is with, I'm using 2 different commands, and I literally... Thumb for Booyah is busy moving, or doing whatever it needs to do. And it's the only time I don't Booyah back, but I try so hard. Because making sure that those Booyahs go off is important. 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 Absolutely. Excuse me. But that's just me. That's just me. How we doing? We're an hour in. This is gonna take a while. Oh, it's too early. Oh, it's gonna be a long day. Now we gotta blend. All the blending. I would like to get back into Splatoon, but, busy. Saw some people the other day saying, like, oh yeah, they went back on to go playing Splatoon 2. It's like, oh, good times. That's where I really cut my teeth on being decent. God, do you need... Yeah, you do. You're... Hang on a sec. I need to write you down. We have a list. Alright, what are you? Cool gray 5, so C5. Oh, I have it written down. So you're a gnome problem! Crap. I gotta look over that sheet the next time. Ah, come on, man. You just gotta last just long enough to get these... Get this done. That's all I'm asking, man. I gotta graduate one up. Go lighter. Anyway, I do miss the thrill of the hunt. But it's been so long. I wonder if my killing instincts are still there, you know? C5 is dying. C3. New episode of Ultraman this week. I am digging the new one. He's very funny. He has Shuji from G-Quux vibes. Kind of spacey until he has to lock the fuck in, and then he's like super badass. Alright, it sounds like this may be where we gotta go. We gotta go the whole way, C9. So I'm gonna check with what I got back here. Yeah, it's just a straight background. We're just gonna black everything out. Okay, I'm getting mixed up. Desk needs to be cleaned. Okay, you go here. You go here. I should mark that I need more black. Oh! That's where that print went. It's been inside my it's inside my calendar. It fits like right in there. Right there. Just slides right in. It's a Sailor Moon calendar if you're curious. I hide it like I have something to hide. What did I say I needed more of? Oh, black. And that's just a straight number 100. Okay. Oh. So I have... There's a bunch of stuff from the curio cabinet that's like sitting around the house. I'm gonna show you this. Hey, look, it's you, chat. One of these things. You make the liquid move because hand is hot. Whoa! And then you make it go down. You do this. It goes the other way. Works better when your hands are super hot, which I guess makes sense because my hand is super hot. Super hot. Anyway, it's sitting off to... I have to be careful because those things are super delicate. The things I have around my room... Alright, we're still tidying. C3 goes back. C7. C5, C7. C7. Can you please go into your spot? You too good for your home? C9 needs to stay. Prussian blue can go back. Okay. They're somewhat cleaned up. You can see what Saturdays is. It's fear, I think. This was Deacon's idea. It's very similar to like a scene in the trailer. I thought that was kind of cool. Yeah, that was a good idea. So, that's for... This is for tomorrow. That's for Saturday. And then... Sunday. I have 5 We Once Had Named images. So, that'll be for 20, so that's ball. Angry. Oh no, glasses. Ball, glasses. He gave you the concept, the one that knocked it out of the park. It's okay. Angry. It's from episode 1, chapter 2 of We Once Had Names. Available on Tumblr, Wattpad, and what was the other place? Tapas.io. Tapas with their horrible, like, character limits. Silver Eye. His eyes are gray. Whatever. And then Fire. I think that's what I've got. And that's Dynamite. And then I think I got Insect. I've got a couple. Insect, I think I did. Or Arthropod. I did the Dragonfly Girl. So we have... We're almost done. We have... Oh, Monster! No, I did do Monster. I took that Lips Girl and I added eyes to everything. So I thought that was kind of cool. So we're missing Eye Candy, Star, Hunger, Crying, and Happy. I have 5 left. And if I finish them all, then all I have to do is post, which is the whole point of getting ahead in pre-gaming. At least that's what I think. Now we pray that this guy can hold on. We have 2. So hopefully it'll be enough. Unless I have 3. Hang on, I'm checking my... That's a glue stick. Alright. We're gonna start over here and work our way over. Oh, I need the blender. I had a whole bunch of new ones of these, but I want the good ones where they don't leave, like, the little detritus. You know? Make sure that the guard page is in the right spot. There we go. Let's use the bigger guard page. That'll make me feel a little bit more comfortable, I think. And then we can really start doing the dramatic shadows and shading everything in. This is gonna take a while. How you doing, chat? How's things? What's things? I wonder if I can do it the other way. Will you... Is this done enough? Okay. The blend. Oh, now you want to play. Oh, you're C7. That's why. Shit. You are not the character. You're not the color I thought you were.
I'm guessing that you're a police
Whoops.
officer. You know, this will make your gun heavier.
That's for my private collection. I'm in the canine section, so I carry one of these puppies.
A revolver, huh? I'd suggest you bring that in for maintenance soon. Sounds like you've got some loose parts to me.
Have I asked you which version of this you like better, Deacon? 'Cause I like both. I feel like I have asked you this question. And if I have, has your answer changed? There we go. Just making sure we blend okay. The tips are getting ragged. Just like my paintbrushes. Christmas, I feel like, is around the corner. Halloween. Ugh. Maybe I'll skip Halloween one year. Probably the Rigor Motions remix, on the grounds that the actual production work, the construction of it is better. At least you feel it is. Not something you can quantify objectively. Gotcha! I was like hearing that. It was really cool that when we did this collection and we were choosing which ones to put on there. It was really cool, really interesting insights to each song that we chose. It's one of the documents that's included with the album, correct? If I remember correctly, it is. I think so? Okay. No, you don't have to check, I was just curious. Did we write things for it, or am I tripping then? Hold on, now I'm second guessing myself. I might be tripping. As is the case. Most days. From the Bandcamp upload, we did write commentary. Okay, cool. Neat. I'll have to check that out sometime. I don't know if you ever sent it to me. I don't know where I would have kept my half, to be honest. I'm glad that on camera it looks even, because it doesn't IRL, I'll tell you that. I have to order a new one of these books. This challenge, you can get about 3 years of a 31 monthly challenge out of it before you have to get a new one. Level. That's fine. You gotta remember I have to talk. Lol. I'm concentrating very hard on not messing up my lines. They need a better lighting system, though. It would be nice if, you know, it wasn't blown out up here. Damn if you can remember doing that, but we did evidently. Yeah, I know, right? It was a thing that happened. Somehow, some way. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get you to gravitied. Get gravitied. This is turning out better than I thought it would. I wasn't all that confident in the undersketch, but, you know. Sometimes you've gotta surprise thine self. Ah. Okay. Usually I do them on pages that are like bound to each other, like I did with the Splatoon Raiders one. This one just happened to become a two-pager because I wanted to fit both. And I like negative space. Sort of. I've got a lot of other things I gotta get done. I have a surprise art I'm doing for somebody that I need done by next week. Or con. I know they're not here, so I can say that much. Just to fuzzify the edges, you know? I don't do this very well, but I do things in a way that makes sense to me. I don't pretend to be a good artist, just pretend to be an artist that's doing something. Alright. Let's pull some of these details out of the darkness, just a smidge. Just a smidge. Don't need to pull a lot. Oh, I'm gonna soften that edge on the tie. Give me a sec. There we go. Rim light. Pretend to be a good artist. Can't pretend what you already are. Stop! Illegal! Okay, we're gonna need you, because we're gonna need to pay attention to the outsides of here, and I think we'll use those for the green and the blue. Stop! You're not allowed to feed my ego. I don't want to become arrogant. That's why I have no confidence. It's to keep myself from being egotistical. That's why I do it. Right, you can't argue with me, no take backs. I'll take back whatever I dang well please. Chat. Chat room! Chaticus Reximus. There we go. I can already tell these guys are starting to give up the ghost. You just have to survive this page, that's all I'm asking. In the meantime. I'm crying. Do you know how much this is? They're like $8 a fucking pop, chat. Okay, it's cool gray 9. Gray 9. Just a C9. This is expensive! Which means, you know, maybe I should go affiliate so you guys can, like, fucking donate to the cause. I have to buy probably, like, anywhere from, like, 5 to 10 new Copics every year. Not just the challenges, but a lot of it does come from also the, Christmas. Natural attrition. That's not true. I don't need to become affiliate. I have a Ko-Fi up now. If you guys want to donate to the fund. Not you, Decon. Not you. You're my mod. Mods aren't allowed to donate to the cause. Mods are not allowed to donate to my cause. You're donating your time. Complete absence of ego is as destructive spiritually as total domination of the ego. One must exercise measured belief in their skills to reach fulfillment, accepting where their blind spots are, but praising what they get right. Quote, me motherfucker, I said that shit! Damn! Damn! Spitting bars tonight. Death to the ego. I love this track. It's such a great track. Damn right, I am, so take the compliments. I'll take the compliments, but you're not allowed to donate to the Ko-Fi. Deal? I'm being mindful of you. I mean, being affiliate means I could do a mod payout. That would be cool, but, like... The reasons why I'm not gonna do it is because I don't want a paywall. Because the ads on Twitch are, like, redonk, guys. I don't like them. There we go. I don't want you guys to have to, like, choose between, you know, my meager little streams and having to watch, like, 5 minutes of commercials. Fuck that shit. You know, fuck that noise. Even 30 seconds to me is, like, obnoxiously long. I don't believe in that. I'm not worth waiting or, like, trying to pay that to make that go away. At least that's in my head. I want content that is, like, worth it, and I don't think I'm at content that's worth it right now. Moreover... No, that's it. I don't have any more moreovers. This is acceptable. Thank you. Just barely blur the edges. If anything, I need to have you. I gotta find ways to make get you to make more money. Cause I'm about that life. I love it to see when my kings and queens and everything thanes in between win. Winning is what I want out of you guys. That's what I want. Who was that? Luna? I swear to God. That girl. Blending is intense. Especially when it has to be done in such a very, particular way. That girl! I hear her. There we go. Concentrating. Hold on. Stand by. Just need one eccentric and slightly insane rich person to hire you as you sit and doodle on your set any day now, I'm sure. For real, dude. For real, though. Absolutely 100% for real. My artworks of art is good. Well, technically they are, but also you're not paying for them to just kind of sit around and do what they do best. Just a thought. Do I wish artists were paid better? Who doesn't? People who don't want to pay, that's who... But you get what I'm saying. You also gotta ding me if I'm going off camera. As I will not pay attention. Should be fine here. Yeah, I am. Okay. Wow, that gradient is a lot more obvious on camera than it is IRL. Self-conscious. Why'd you do that? What's going on? It's good enough. You know, if he had infinite money, I'll bet you Sam would be that eccentric patron of yours. He has the personality of someone who would be an eccentric patron of the arts. That's why I love him. We've got to find a way to adjust that. There we go. Almost look like they're glowing. Alright. Now the hard part. The shading. He would fundamentally misunderstand what funding the artist whims and sit insist I draw insane shit that is not remotely in my wheelhouse and skill set. That is true. There is always that, to be honest. But that's why we love him. That's why we love him, isn't it? Alright, let's tidy up a little bit. I can't see my table. Oops. There. Blender goes here. You go back there. Oh no. You go here. Shit. You go there. You go there. You go there. Okay. I can see my desk again. This is the part that I am always hesitant about. So I don't understand shadows at all. Alright, hang on. Me neither. I mean, you know. a thing that's happening. Dramatic shadows? I don't know her. Up and over. That was almost a mistake. Okay. Honestly, good looking guy. Well, you know, I haven't, like, necessarily fucked him up yet. If there's anything I noticed, is this kind of lighting has to get dramatic. I need to close it in a little bit more. Now this is the point of no return. Don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up. This is the don't fuck this up. Trust the process. Don't trust the process at all. Yeah, I went to art school. You can tell I failed. Trying to cool the shadows down. I need something more dramatic. Just making it up as we go. This is very complicated. It honestly looks great. You never doubted me for a second. I mean, I'm doubting me! That's not bad, yeah. It's a thing that's happening. This one. Just two paranoid gents keeping an eye on the surveillance. Yeah, you're right, that doesn't look half fucking bad. It's just knowing what I was doing last time. Yeah, I can't take a compliment! Maybe. Okay. There's like a limit on how close you can get with these. This one. There we go. It's about as impressive as I always imagined this. I was gonna put shelves back there, but I think maybe I don't need them. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we got it. Almost right on 2 hours. There might be some little bits of bumping, but I think this is pretty much done. Two paranoid guys keeping an eye on the cameras. One sleeps, the other one doesn't. Well, one sleeps with people, the other one doesn't sleep. There we go, I got it out in the end. That's a little light though. I'm gonna pull that down a little bit. There we go. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. That was a little too vibrant. There we go. Yeah, knocked it out of the park. Oh, I'd like to say I did sort of. Oh, that goes over here. It had a good concept. Might fuss with it just a smidge more, but it's pretty good. I'm actually kind of proud of it. Not that I wasn't gonna be, but I'm more proud of it than I expected I was gonna be proud of it. So that's keep an eye peeled. Now, what's coming down? That's for tomorrow. That's how far. I'm not that far ahead, because then I only have up to Saturday done. I should be. Yeah, I should be. I worked hard. Sort of. Yeah. It's nice to put them in color when I don't have them in color all that often. I mean, just, I think. And that's not even the whole outfit. That's after hours, so they've already taken off parts of their outfits, so. Honestly, I like this. I always like this sketch better than the second one that I ended up doing. I was not as happy with this one. This one was way too rough around the edges. This one was so much better. I like this one better. That's why it's the banner on some of the places that I have the thing. Yep, so I'm not super far ahead. I'm far ahead enough that, you know, if I ink them, I can color them pretty quick. Which might be a Monday thing. I don't know. If this only goes to Saturday, this has to be done by Sunday. And I've got things to do this weekend. Which also means that Anime Impulse is the 26th and 27th. What is 26 and 27? Yeah, 26 and 27. I don't got nothing yet. So, you know, both are good as far as you can. You shan't argue, you know. If I get to that to Sunday, that'll be Monday, Tuesday. That one I really like. I wasn't expecting doing something so violent, but that is an epitome of anger. That is an epitome of anger. It will be one of the few times I will have a colored sniper where his hair isn't partially white. That'll be interesting. That'll definitely be interesting. Oh. Use the light table to do the eye flash. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Use the light table to get that in. But most of these should go pretty quick. This one's gonna have a orange. Orange. I know how to spell, honest chat. Where'd my pencils go? Orang. Orange. Gradient. That's monster. So we gotta get eye candy, which I have no idea what I'm gonna do in Star for the weekend. So just it's out of the way. I can get it done. If I finish everything by next week, then we can start on Outfit August, which will be great. There isn't much for that started. It's Doc, because of course it's Doc. Why wouldn't it be? There we go. I've only done 2. It's basically just the default outfit, but spread across 2 days because that jacket has got a lot of details that I crammed in there for some unknown flippin' reason. And then we'll see if we get 31 images out of it. I think I'm just shy of like 20 something planned, so we'll see. Those go fast, because those ones, as soon as they're penciled, you know, we just do a flat color. There's really no shading. We got a lot done last year when we were doing Outfit August. We could knock out like 3 or 4 in 2 hours, so. Yeah. Let me check the calendar next week. the prompt list. The 24th. Oh, we're gonna do Monster Hunter next week. So no art next week. We will definitely be doing Outfit August on the 31st. We'll definitely be doing that, but 24th next week, when we do it, we will be doing Monster Hunter. We'll be playing around, we'll be doing some fashion hunting. Maybe. So no drawing next week, it'll be Monster Hunter. I had all my notes on this page. I can erase that. Okay. Alright. So, you gotta hit the hay, because, yeah, you got places to be. You guys have a good night. You guys have a good weekend. I'll see you next week for Monster Hunter. We're gonna do the Festival of Record, whatever, Firefest. Oh, not Firefest. Whatever the summer thing is. It'll be that, and then Outfit August, the following one, and we'll do 2 or 3 weeks of Outfit August. Maybe take a break. September, we're gonna start some spooky games. We're gonna have streamiversary. Big long stream. We're gonna... I don't know, what should we do? Should we watch trailers for the games that we played? Should we watch some of the VODs that we'll figure it out. We'll hash it out. We got like a couple months.
Lost your touch.
But yeah, you all have a good night. You have a good weekend. I'll see you next week for Monster Hunter. Bye!